welcome to the channel, welcome to a brand new TEW 2020 experiment video here today. Today we are in November, and we're asking a very important question about a very important man who I haven't put in the shortlist as always. Let's go to AEW, and here he is right at the tippity top, CM Punk. Now, where to begin? CM Punk returned, left WWE for God knows how, left WWE, retired, returned to AEW. Big matches, long feuds, good matches, everyone's all happy. Wins the AEW World title, everyone's all happy. Gets injured. Gets injured? Gets injured. Gets injured? Gets injured? Whatever happened. Yes. Moxley's the interim champion, wins it back. Then, whatever the hell that post show was, with the comments and the fights and whatever, vacated, suspended, and no one knows what's going to happen. Is he going to stay in AEW? Is he going to leave, retire, go somewhere else? And this episode today, we're going to be looking at the possibilities. We've got 4 possibilities we're going to look at. We're going to look at maybe the 2. Okay. There are 5 main possibilities. Let's say one of them, he retires. That would be boring to simulate, so we're not doing that. Looking at the other 4. The main 2 likely ones, maybe he stays in AEW and returns to WWE, and then 2 fun ones, going somewhere new, trying something new in New Japan, and maybe the least likely of the lot, what if he went to Impact? Because that just sounds like fun, doesn't it? And so without further ado, I'm going to simulate for all of them. We're going to go a few years in the future till 2025, give them some time in each of them, and we'll see what happens. I think we'll start with AEW. Yeah, we'll do AEW, New Japan, Impact, and then WWE. And so without further ado, let's start out seeing what may be to come in the future of CM Punk, and maybe just try and decide what he should do next. And let's start out by seeing what would happen if he just stays in AEW. January 2025, CM Punk has stayed in AEW. And what does this entail? It entails some time in New Japan and Impact still on loan for one-off matches. It entails a chronic shoulder pain, acting up for 51 days. But other than that, let's see what he's up to. He has fought in 58 matches. He's won 37. He's lost 21. So a lot of losses, putting over some talent after the ordeal is how I'll refer to it. Average rating of 76. So he's been on good matches. High rating of 94. He's had title matches. No titles, though. He came back and at full gear. He's coming back, still had all those issues, and then immediately into another match with Jon Moxley for the world title. This time defeated. Fair enough, Moxley going to keep the gold. And then no title matches for a full year nearly, to August 2023, where the beef with the Elite comes to a head. CM Punk team was swerving on glory against the Elite for the Trios title, the Elite winning. Matches with Danielson, a lot of world title matches, TNT title matches, some All-Atlantic matches, big wins. Joshua Fato getting a massive win. Main event Jey Uso is in AEW and defeating Chris Jericho and CM Punk. Fair play to you, mate. Fair play to you. Kenny Omega's world champion at that point. No titles for CM Punk. Just here to wrestle some matches, wrestle guys he wants to wrestle. Put some talent over. He came back, he beat Brock Anderson, and then he lost to Jon Moxley. And I assume he's had a lot of matches with Kenny Omega. They fought quite a few times. CM Punk's won twice. The first 2 bouts, Dynamite, a triple threat, I'd assume he pinned Adam Cole. A fatal 4-way, we'll assume he pins Claudio. And then Kenny Omega won every single other one. They had 4 singles matches. Kenny won 3 clean and 1 by countout. So CM Punk staying in AEW, what happens? He has a lot of matches. He puts a lot of talent over. He generally stays away from the world title scenes, or all the title scenes. But if he does have matches in them, he's losing and he's putting those talents over. Fair play. Punk staying in AEW and just putting over talent. Fair enough. But what if he decided to leave AEW? That's the next question. Let me just check one more thing, actually. He was 16th best wrestler in 2023 and 18th in 2024. Fair play. But what if he didn't stay in AEW? What if he said, well, I went on loan to New Japan of America, but what's it like in New Japan of Japan? Let's find out. Let's see what would happen if instead of staying in AEW, November 2022, CM Punk decides to go to New Japan Pro Wrestling. Monday, week 1, January 2025. Again, Andrade's the best wrestler in the planet. Good for him. The Young Bucks are putting on bangers. We'll have a great tag team. And Keith Lee and Andrade team to beat Miro and Jack Perry in a match of the year. Beautiful. CM Punk is in New Japan. He's having trips to AEW still. You know, visits back there, visits to Ring of Honor, New Japan of America. He lives in Hokkaido with AJ Lee, we will presume. And what you been up to, Pump? Let's have a look at your matches. He's fought a hell of a lot more times. He fought like 58 for AEW. New Japan, he has fought 142 times. He's won 75, so he's won the majority. Average rank of 68, down a little bit. Highest rank of 82, down a little bit. Title-wise, CM Punk has won a title. He went to New Japan and he won a title. His first match was for the All Atlantic title, believe it or not, in 23 March. New Japan Cup Final 2023. Keith Lee, the All Atlantic title champion, beat Punk. And then finally, he stepped up for an IWGP title and he won. He beat Will Ospreay to become the IWGP United States Heavyweight Champion at New Japan Pro Wrestling Dontaku 2023. And he had a nice little reign with that. He beat Tanahashi, Tagachi, Ishii, Naito, Tanahashi again, Ishii again, Ospreay again in a rematch, Tagachi, very limited list of challengers, Jay White, and then finally lost the IWGP United States Heavyweight title to Okada at Dontaku 2024, a year after he won it. Fair enough, he had a year-long reign, a lot of banger matches, and then he lost it to Okada. And then in June of 2024, a month later at New Japan Pro Wrestling Best of the Super Juniors 31, he fought Will Ospreay for the IWGP World Heavyweight title. Will Ospreay, the man he beat for the US title, fought for the world title. You know, he's beaten quite a few times at this point. In the end, though, Will Ospreay did get the win. Punk close to becoming the IWGP Heavyweight Champion, but not close enough. Then he moves on. He gets to the G1 Climax Final in August 2024. He's defeated by Tanahashi, though. And then finally, October 24, at New Japan Pro Wrestling Declaration of Power, Tanahashi defeats Punk again to retain the never openweight title this time. So, in New Japan, title-wise, CM Punk has a nice year-long title reign, puts on some good matches with a lot of challengers, beats Ospreay to win it, loses it to Okada, and then him and Ospreay go again for the IWGP World title. You know, Punk saying, I beat you for the US title, I'm going to beat you for this title, but he comes up short. Fair. I'm intrigued by what he did in AEW. Oh, that's definitely not what I wanted. Any Christ. Right. Just going to go back. Oh, that's what it was. AEW. He had 2 matches in AEW. He fought the Orlando title on a New Japan show, but in AEW itself, in November of 2022, so pretty soon after he left, the same month even, he came back for 1 match and he lost to Ryan Nemeth by count out. Fair. And then in February 2023, he went back for the last time, and in a fatal 4-way, Claudio, will assume, pinned him in a match with Cole and Keith Lee as well. So fair enough. He's had a nice IWGP United States Heavyweight title reign here, year-long, 9 defenses. 98th in the world, 118th. In AEW, he's putting on better quality matches, maybe against better opposition. Maybe it's because he's not so well known in Japan, so the ratings go down naturally. Fair enough. Fair enough. Maybe not as high quality matches, but title-wise, he's very happy. He's very happy. And he's going to fight new challengers, which is what he wants as well. So, AEW versus New Japan, at the minute, it depends, really. Match quality-wise, AEW's better off staying there. Title-wise, obviously better off in Japan. But what if he says, screw both of that? I want to be a big fish. I want to be a killer whale in a very small pond. I'm going to Impact. Let's find out. And see, next up, what if in November 2022, CM Punk said, hey, you know what? I'm going to go to Impact Wrestling. Week 1, January 2025. Adam Page is the best wrestler in the world. AEW's best company, Revival's best tag team. Match of the year is Sheila versus Thunder Rosa. And CM Punk is the current All Atlantic and Impact World Champion. So, going to Impact really brings him back into the AEW fold as well. He spends a lot of time there, winning the All Atlantic title. I mean, What's hip hop happened here, Punk? Right. So 89 matches. 89? No, Matthew. 91 matches, 69 wins, a vast majority wins, 73 average rating, so his rating up again. Highest ranking of 83 is fine. Title wise, CM Punk immediately wins the X Division title in December 2022. He beats Rich Swann. He beats Juice Robinson. He beats Rich Swann again, and then he loses it to Rich Swann actually at Multiverse of Matches in April 2023. So a short reign with the X Division title. Just testing it out. They have another fight for it. He loses. He goes to the world title. He's beat Juice Robinson once. He wants to do it again. Juice Robinson beats him until Slammiversary. Slammiversary 2023. CM Punk defeats Juice Robinson and Wyndham. Bray Wyatt's here. Fair enough. And wins the Impact World title. CM Punk on top of Impact Wrestling. And he beats Sami Zayn, who's here. He beats Johnny Gargano, who's now here. He beats Sami Zayn again. And then he loses to Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn finally overcomes the odds and beats CM Punk to win the Impact World title. He's at top. He's a world champion, which is lovely for Sami Zayn. He goes to the X Division title again. Matt Cardona retains. He beats him. He goes from one-on-one. Matt Cardona beats him fair and square one-on-one. Goes for the world title. Sami Zayn beats Punk, Shelley, and Sami Callihan in the cage. Goes for Matt Cardona again. Cardona beats him. And then he says, you know what? Let's see what all the AEW is all about. He loses to Swerve for the All Out title. He doesn't give in, though. He turns his attention for a moment to the Impact World title. And in May 2024, so he lost it in December 2023. 5 months later, Punk defeats Sami Zayn, Gargano, and Sami Callihan in a 4-way for the world title. And then he beats Sami Zayn by DQ one-on-one, beats Gargano, beats Callihan, beats Swann, loses it to Gargano and Bound for Glory. Gargano on top, lovely for him. Punk, Cardona, and Gargano for the world title. Gargano wins. Wyndham, Bray Wyatt as the X Division title. And he beats Shelley and Punk. And then on November of 2024 on Impact, Punk beats Swerve and Cardona to win the AEW All Atlantic title. And then on Impact in December, Punk beats Sami Zayn and Tom Pestock, Baron Corbin to win the world title. Meaning that 2 big title wins at the end of the year puts CM Punk as a champ. He is a double champion. He is belt collecting all on his own. Kenny Omega, Jesus. Okay, so CM Punk is the All Atlantic and the Impact World Champion. So he's got a lot of gold. So gold-wise, you can decide yourself what's bigger. The IWGP United States Heavyweight title or the AEW All Atlantic and Impact World titles together. Let me know which you think's bigger. But yeah, performance-wise, he's doing well. He was 33rd best wrestler in 2023. In 2024, he was 50th. And he was also the Independent Wrestler of the Year in 2023. Because he's an independent contractor in Impact, which I'm sure he loves very much. Impact, he's done well. He's put on better matches than New Japan, quality-wise. Not as good as AEW. Title-wise, he's won more than in AEW and New Japan, but IWGP US versus the 2 he's won. He's a top dog. He's a top dog. He's a really, really big fish in a very, very small pond here. But Impact's changed, hasn't it? I guess CM Punk's here has given him a kick in the rear. As here is Christian and Bray Wyatt and Baron Corbin and Apollo Crews and Johnny Gargano and Sami Zayn. Nick Nemeth, that's Dolph Ziggler, isn't it? He's the World Tag Champion. Austin Theory's here. So's Tucker. Which is just worth mentioning for some reason. Austin Theory and Dolph Ziggler are the tag champs. They beat Zack Ryder and Tucker to win it. What a world. What a world. So, he's won gold in New Japan. He's won gold in Impact. He won none in AEW, but he had the best quality matches. A lot to think about for Punk, but there's one more option, obviously. And that's going home to WWE. How will he get on? Match quality-wise, there's a lot of people to put on good matches with. Title-wise, there's a lot of titles to win. How will he do? Let's find out. The final thing to check. What if, in November of 2022, CM Punk returned to the WWE? Monday, week 1, January 2025. Bryan Danielson's the best wrestler in the world. AEW's the best company. Danielson and Moxley are the best tag team. And Moxley and Danielson versus the Young Bucks was the best match. Rest of the year was WrestleMania Sunday, which CM Punk may well have been on. He's in WWE. He's moved to the Mid-South. He didn't go to NXT at any point. match quality-wise, he's fought in 98 matches. He's won 68, 30 losses. 73 average rating, I think, is above New Japan and Impact, lower than AEW. Highest rating of 79 is good, less than AEW once again, though. Title-wise, God. He went in the Rumble, John Cena won. He fought Bobby Lashley at WrestleMania 39 for the Universal title, and Bobby Lashley defeated CM Punk. So a massive win for Bobby Lashley there, good for him. WrestleMania Backlash, Lashley and Zayn defeat Logan Paul and CM Punk for the SmackDown Tag titles. So Bobby Lashley's a champ. He's Universal and SmackDown Tag Champ with Sami Zayn. So Sami Zayn finally turned on the bloodline, and he did so aligning himself with the almighty Bobby Lashley. And they took all the titles, the SmackDown Tag titles from the Usos and the Universal title from Roman Reigns. Fair enough, lads, fair enough. CM Punk and Logan Paul team, banger. Then he ditches Logan Paul and goes with Finn Balor. That's kind of weird, champ mate. But yeah, goes for that a long feud between Punk and Lashley. Lashley winning at all corners. Goes for Money in the Bank. Rollins defeats Punk, Mysterio, Zayn, McIntyre and Cody. Absolutely stacked. Goes for Lashley again and loses. Goes with Ciampa this time against Lashley and Zayn and loses. Goes for Lashley again. Oh my god, Lashley and Sami Zayn are broken up. This is so dramatic. Lashley versus Punk and Zayn. Lashley wins again. Good for Lashley. He's had a nice long reign here. Then CM Punk and The Fiend team up to finally defeat Lashley and Zayn. I guess Lashley and Zayn didn't break up. It was just let the best man win, which is lovely. You know, a lovely dynamic for a tag team, honestly. So CM Punk and The Fiend are a tag team now, which, yep. They beat Lashley and Zayn to win it. They beat The New Day. They beat Mysterio and Randy Orton. Lovely tag team, honestly. And then finally, in January of 2024, a new year and a new day as The New Day, compromising of Big E and Kofi Kingston, defeat Punk and The Fiend to win the SmackDown titles. So they beat Kofi and Woods. They pinned Woods. You know, they took him out, but then Kofi came back. You know, is Woods here? No, he's not. Big E is. Big E makes his big return, and Big E and Kofi beat CM Punk and The Fiend to win the SmackDown Tag titles. Lovely. Rollins wins the Rumble. Punk comes up short. And then Ray and Randy beat Punk and Riddle for the SmackDown Tag titles. So Punk with another... Punk is really, no offense to him, whoring himself out as a tag partner, isn't he? It works with The Fiend. Fair enough. Fair enough. So he's won some gold, but it was just the SmackDown Tag titles, which probably not the titles he's looking for. You know, let me know in the comments down below. Would you rather have one IWGP United States Heavyweight title, the Impact World and AEW Atlantic at the same time, or the SmackDown Tag Team with Bray Wyatt The Fiend? Sure. Put on good matches, you know, won some gold, 34 and 71 in the world, so doing well, not as well as in AEW once again. AEW, say what you want, it allows them to have high quality matches. That's AEW's thing in this. Impact gave them some gold and they made them the face of the company. New Japan, who had a nice long title reign, got to fight some fresh faces they'd wants to fight, you know, and in WWE, he got to team with Logan Paul briefly. There isn't much to say about this. In WWE, he had a long feud with Bobby Lashley, and then he got in a tag team with The Fiend. That's what he did in WWE. God. I mean, he's one of the big guys. There he is. Oh, Kevin Owens is here. Good for him. Good for him. I just want to personally check. Drew McIntyre's here. Reigns was defeated by Sami Zayn. Good for Zayn. Good for Zayn. So, Christ, it really was this, wasn't it? So, Zayn finally, you know, he decided, you know what? Screw the bloodline. He turned on him. He aligned with Bobby Lashley to do so. Lashley defeated Reigns for the Universal title. Zayn defeated Reigns for the WWE title. And then they both defeated Jimmy and Jay for the SmackDown Tag Team. That is actually very beautiful storytelling, all things considered. Honestly, sometimes TW just bangs out a beautiful story like that. And the story of Lashley, you know, Sami Zayn finally seeing the bloodline for what they are or whatever, or getting kicked out by them and then coming back for revenge with Lashley. Lashley wins the Universal. Zayn wins the WWE. They win the SmackDown Tag Team together. It's beautiful. I've gone off topic. This is about CM Punk, but all that is just very beautiful. As that is going to be the end, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. From this experiment, which do you think was better? His time in AEW with no titles but banger matches? Time in New Japan with some good matches, not as high quality but a nice long title reign? Time in Impact, where he was the face of the company, the world champion? Or at the time in WWE, where he just got to fight people he wanted to fight? Nice long feud with Lashley, tag champs with The Fiend. Let me know what you think was best in this. Let me know what you think CM Punk is going to do IRL. It's looking likely he might stay in AEW. If not, I think retirement might just be the thing. But hey, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. As always, let me know any experiments you'd like to see done, as always as well. Leave a like if you have enjoyed. I hope you have. And subscribe for more. And as always, I just want to say a very special thank you for watching.